buddy. Hmm?
Man, every single time the prices are finally going up. And I've been waiting for this for a long time, for many years. And I kind of wanted to still keep buying. I've been buying for 3 years straight now. Buying the dips for 3 years, and it looks like all the prices are it's going. It's the beginning. And it's the beginning. So, but all my coins have been going stellar. So, according to plan. And there were a few I wanted to buy, and I've been waiting for it to dip down, and I missed the gravy train on them. So, which is a bummer. I mean, this this Voyager token, which it was Ethos, it's still 4 cents, but it was about 2.5, 3 cents. You know, it's been up over $10. It's a VQX on Binance. And the other day I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy about $50, $100 worth of this shit. But Bitcoin kept surging up because my USD didn't get into Coinbase in time. It went up. So it got in right when it was up. So I was like, fuck, I was waiting for it to dip down, but nope. Won't dip down. I really hate how you put money in Coinbase. It's all timed so stupid because it's like, I don't always have money in my Coinbase, in my USD. Otherwise, I wouldn't have that problem. So I have to wait their 7-10 days or whatever it takes from when I deposit it from my bank. So by that time, I can't time it right. I knew when to buy it. I could put the order in, but you can't when you don't have the USD. So Bitcoin went up and this thing went up 30%. I'm not buying it at 30%. At least NeoGas is going back up. 31%. You know, I've been doing heavy risks on Deep Onion, which Deep Onion just surged, which is good. I don't even want to say how many. I have a lot. And Neblio, you know, this coin, it's 78 cents, you know. It went up to over $1.05 recently. It was $70. So 65 bucks. So I mean, it still has, it's going to pass itself. This will be $100+ coin because of the supply. All right. Deep Onion. See why everybody's buying Tezos and buying Chainlink, which I have Chainlink and I have Tezos, but I'm not buying that shit right now. It's way too hype. The hype cycle's in full effect. Deep Onion has no hype cycle. It's already been done. But this thing is still at 20 cents. It was, I've been buying this at like under 10 cents. Like we're talking tens of thousands of them. It has a max supply of 25 million, total of 21, and a circulating supply a couple million less than Bitcoin. So in the total, the max supply isn't much more than what Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's at 21. So this is for, you know, people like me who don't, and this is a really good privacy coin. It's actually, I like it better than Monero, to be honest. It's more private than Monero. It has more tech, and there's a lot more room for this thing to explode. All-time high was around $20. So, and it's 20 cents. So, you know, you go figure that. I mean, I got it at a good price. I got it around right around 10 cents, most of it. Well, I bought a lot at like 15 cents. So, of course, I was buying this shit when it was dollars back in the day too, but most of them I bought around just under 10 cents. Doesn't have the volume and liquidity I would like to have in a coin, but that's another reason why it's such a good price right now. It's just a risk right now. I mean, I don't think Onion's ever going to go anywhere, and when mass adoption comes in, which it looks like it's starting to flow in, people are starting to realize how low of a supply this coin has. With the tech it has, it's a no-brainer to buy it. For the price that it's at. It's a no-brainer. This is, instead of going and buying Tezos for $3.29 and it has a supply that's just like Mount Everest compared to a Bunny Hill as far as that deep onion, people are just fighting hand over fist to buy it. In Chainlink, I mean, look, Chainlink's over $4 right now, and it has 350 million, okay, circulating. I don't even think it has a max. 1 billion total, no, and then max supply, no data. So that means that it could always be expanded. It's inflationary, okay? If the devs and the team want to inflate this coin, they could inflate it. What that does is bring down the price, so it'll undercut your money because the value can't go up if it's let's see, Tezos circulating total, but yeah, it's inflation. There's no max supply, and people are fighting hand over fist to buy it. And you go to the old deep onion for 21 cents, 20 cents. Okay, the supply is a fraction of what Tezos and Chainlink are. Oh yeah, well, it doesn't have the use case. Well, it does have a good use case. It's a perfect cryptocurrency. It's better than Bitcoin as far as it being a digital currency. It has higher tech. It's really fast. Okay, and they're on the Tor network, and I get in. You can find out all the technical stuff. I mean, it has a really good wallet. It has deep send. It's completely, totally private if you choose it to be. And look at the max. It has a max supply, guys. It cannot be. They can't inflate this coin beyond 25 million onion. That is the max. So if they if this thing, when this thing blows up and becomes worth $100+, if they wanted to add more supply, they'll add some total supply to the circulating, probably keep them both at 21. But if say this thing goes bonkers and it goes to thousands of dollars and they're like, okay, we're going to raise that supply, this is it. It's 25 million. That's it. That's all you're going to get. 25 million. That's it. That's all she wrote. Okay, so there's a lot less than 25 million people. So if mass adoption happens, this thing could go to tens of thousands of dollars. Hey, you might think I'm crazy, but I'm talking within the next decade. Okay, I'm talking long term. And it's a fat chance because, I mean, there's what, 5,000 plus markets, 5,000 cryptocurrencies. And I mean, there's a lot of going on here, but I'm willing to take that risk when I was buying it at 10, 12 cents. Okay. I mean, there's people that are paying almost $10, $12. There's people that were paying $18, $19 for this coin. And they're still holding this shit. Silent Notary. This is fractions of a million. This $3 can get you a million of these. Okay. And this thing's going to spike. If this thing gets to a penny, I'll be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I mean, you buy a few 100 million of them, a few billion of these. You know, you buy a billion of them, what is that, 10 million per penny? You have 100 million, that's 1 million per penny. So, you know, you have, say you have 500 million, that's 5 million per penny. If it goes to 10 cents, you got $50 million if this thing goes to 10 cents. Okay? Of course, if it goes to $1, you got 500 million, but the supply's pretty big, pretty huge. But this is a very, it has an extreme use case in it, especially what's going on with the way event existence and the way the voting system's working right now, and the way, you know, there's a lot of manipulation in voting machines and voting systems. This solves a lot of those problems, and it's all onto a blockchain. So this thing could end up becoming something that is insane. And if something happens like that, where it's adopted to that level to where the US government adopts it, there's other governments looking at this, but this thing could literally go to pennies, okay? Realistically go to pennies. And yeah, so it wouldn't be, you know, dumb. I was buying it when it was under $1 for a million. Oh, just about 58 to 60 cents when it was at. It was so low. But I mean, I bought so many of these billions. So anyway, that right there, I mean, I own all these coins, and I own other ones. This is my watch list. Everything on here I own, besides Dogecoin, but I really been wanting to buy Doge. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So, yeah, I should be buying some Dogecoin just for fun, you know. I mean, everybody's got to have some Doge. But anyway, and I think NIO's going to start kicking back in. You know, gas is killing it, right? Again, it's 205. It's up 31%. You know, NIO gas. You know, I bought a bunch when it was just under $1 again. I was paying $60 for this coin at some point. So it was almost $100. So it has a low supply. Its max supply is 100 billion. So, but keep in mind that's $2, 100 billion max supply. Deep Onion, it's a different coin, different type of you know, use case. This is a pure digital currency that's private. It's 25 million max supply. You can't get anything. So when you buy these coins, you got to see. Some will have circulating in total, but they'll have no max supply. If they don't state their max supply, they could be inflated. Okay, so they can keep adding more onto the supply, even beyond the total supply. Okay, if it has a max supply like Deep Onion, you can't add any more. Okay. And then there's some like Neblio. Neblio had a few 100 million, but they burned all theirs a long time ago. Neblio was up to $65. It's at 78 cents. They're circulating in total. It's not far apart. But they burned all their coins. That's why they're pretty much stuck in this. But they don't have a max, so they could be inflationary. I guess there would have to be some kind of a, you know, big vote or something for them to raise it. But I don't see them raising it. It could happen though. That's why you got to be careful. That's why you got to be careful, guys, buying your Tezos during the middle of the hype cycle. You guys really want to fucking buy your Tezos right now? I was going to buy a bunch more a few days ago, but you know what? Since it's climbing like this, most people get all FOMO'd out. To me, I get turned off. When it goes like this, it turns me off. When I see the thing bloody and down and cheap, that's when I get turned on. See, I've been buying all these coins, folks, when they've been in the blood, when the blood's been in the streets. I don't buy when it's green. Hardly ever do I buy when it's green. I buy when it's bloody red. No one wants to buy them. No one wants them. When they're cheap as they can be, that's when I buy them. So right now, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the next pullback, and then I'm going to just buy a few more waves, and then I'm done, okay? And then I'm just going to ride, sit back and enjoy the ride because, you know, things are going to get way too expensive for my shallow pockets. So, because I've just been putting everything in. I've sold AMGs, I've sold BMWs for crypto. Everything's gone into crypto. Except I have the buy real estate's the one thing I will not spend money over. Like I have a real estate, I have to live in a place, you know, and so this house is cash. I could have bought crypto with this, which could have been pretty smart, but you know what? I need a place to live, and the ends to the mean with crypto is all going to end up becoming real estate anyway. I'm buying real estate with my profits from crypto. So, and then I'm going to snowball that, and I'll probably buy a lot of multifamily places and have a lot of, you know, income from running multifamily places, like kind of like Ben Mala does. My last property, I did really well on. I did really well on it. So everything I've done with real estate, I've gotten more lucky with real estate than crypto. I'll tell you that. But it's all to buy real estate. That's my ends to the mean. And then eventually, I got these big garages here. I'm going to end up doing building cars and stuff. I'm going to start my hobby back up. So. All right, cheers.